Uncle Sam takes a lot of your money. Some places 50%. It's ridiculous. Do you ever wish you could tell him stop so that you could hold on to more of your money? Well, I have something for you. And no, 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 no. I know what you think. It's not tax evasion. It's completely legal. It's called tax avoidance, right? So this is a Roth IRA, not this guy specifically. Sorry, but this is a Roth IRA, and you can't really put a picture to it because it's just a retirement account, right? So there's two types of retirement accounts: a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. And very simply put, traditional is pre-taxed income, where you get a paycheck and it's money that you get that hasn't been taxed yet, and you put that into the traditional IRA. But when you sell it, you got to pay capital gains tax. But what I'm going to teach you mostly today in this video is a Roth IRA, where it's already been taxed, right? So you get a paycheck, your employer took the money out. So when you put that money into a Roth IRA, when you sell the stocks, you don't got to pay any tax, which is great, right? Zero taxes. This could save you 30%. I mean, depending on where your tax bracket is, depending on, how much you make, but it could save you a ton of money, especially when we're talking in the millions of dollars, right? So this is a graph here kind of to show you that you're going to make about the same if you choose a traditional or a Roth IRA. But honestly, for me, I like the idea of using a Roth IRA more because you don't have to see your digits go down like crazy at the end. You're kind of just you already see it, right? It's just what I think is best. And right here, so this is a graph kind of showing you how important it is that you start when you're young and that you contribute almost max, right? So this guy, he starts at 20 years old. He puts in $4,500 per year, and by the time he retires, he ends out with $1 million. And Roth IRAs, because they're so good, they're capped at $7,000 per year. That's how much you can put into it. It's probably going to go up in the future because of inflation, but in 2025, the max that you can put in is $7,000 per year. And I think once you start making over $250,000, I think you lose access to a Roth and you have to do traditional, or it's some weird stuff like that. But for now, while you're young, you don't really got to worry about that unless you're making a crap ton of money. So good for you. But you can see that the guys at the bottom, they only put in $1,000 and they start later, and they, it doesn't turn into as much money because that's how compound interest works. So if we look here, if you put in the max every single month, if you put in literally as much as you possibly can, right? $7,000 per year, that if you start when you're 20 years old and you put that much, you maxed out every time, you're going to end up with just about $3.5 million tax free, right? You get $3.5 million. But if you did it in a regular brokerage account, it would be $2.9 million, $2.8 million. You lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because this is free money on the table. The government is giving us this great, sometimes they actually do good things, right? But the government is giving us this awesome tool where we can, put our money away, it grows, and we don't have to pay tax. And it's so good that they have to limit it so that, the big dogs don't get to exploit the crap out of it. And, what brokerage should you use? I think you guys should use Robinhood because I use it. It's easy. You can set up an IRA within a couple seconds, and it teaches you all about it. You can also do a managed IRA where they kind of handle it all for you by taking a small fee. Honestly, that's what I use because I really don't care enough to worry about my retirement account. I want to focus on my regular individual account, and the fees that they charge super low. You can just put money in, forget about it, and when you're 59 and a half, which is the age you have to be to take money out of a Roth IRA, then you can, whatever, right? Anyways, so there's a couple things about a Roth IRA I kind of forgot to mention, but you can't take money out until you're 59 and a half, which is one of the drawbacks, right? However, if you have a medical expense and, you need to get that covered, you can also take money out and you don't have to pay a penalty. And then also, if you want to do a down payment on your first home, I believe you can take $10,000 out, which isn't, a whole down payment, but it's something, right? So there are exceptions, but if you want to take money out, you're going to have to pay a penalty if you take it out beforehand, usually. In my next video, I'm going to talk about picking the right investments for you specifically, and kind of you can figure out what you want to put your money into, if you're a high risk, high reward type of person, or if you're low risk, low reward type of person. It all kind of depends, and there's a ton of stuff that you can look up online, figure it out. But I'm gonna make a video on this next. And for my question of the video, why do people not like talking about money? It makes no sense, right? In my eyes, I love talking about money because it's just, it's something I've always talked about. But whenever I try to talk to my friends about it, they're secretive. I don't know if it's embarrassment, whatever. I just want to know your guys' opinion because I really have no clue. So, yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.